Alright guys, so customer complained battery needs to be swapped. So we're here and this is what we got. That terminal, if I'm not mistaken, is completely shot. It has been getting through and through, and the one in the back is rough. So let me see what we can do here. I know I'm gonna have to take all this stuff apart and try to move that out of the way so that we can try to save at least one of the plugs. So yeah, let me see what we can do here. Alright guys, so far we have taken the intake manifold off. So let me point out to you guys what we're dealing with. So this thing, the intake manifold sits in here like this. You got this clamp over here. You got two quick connects. This one that goes here, then this one that goes here. This one you just gotta push back. This one you just gotta press in, and it'll come out. You got the plug here. It has a little red tab on it. Show you guys. You gotta pull that backwards so you can press on it, and then you can release it. And then over here, you can see this little thing. Kind of just flop over it, and it hooks here. So you just take that off. And then right now at this point, it has a few different spots where the box is tied down to. So you can see one here, has one here, and I believe there's another one somewhere in here on this side. So you just gotta pull firmly onto here so you don't break the arm. You gotta pull from this side so you don't break anything. So you do that, you gotta wiggle it out of the place, and it will come out. And obviously, the filter sits inside with this cover with all the 4 bolts on it. So after you get to this section here, so you can see this is one for the filter housing, and then there's this one, and then that one, that's where you kind of have to pull it out from. Then when you get to this point, you got this harness that you gotta remove from this plate. So you just pull on it and it's gonna come out. Then after that, we gotta remove this harness, these wires over here, okay, just so that we can try to get this plate out of the way and moved. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to save that terminal. That terminal is, see if you can see, it's kind of gone. So we might have to put a new terminal in there and try to save that wire. If that's too short, we might have to just change the wire, and might have to change the terminal here as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. So yeah, let me loosen up these 2 bolts here, try to move this plate a little bit, and definitely we gotta try to get that out of the way. So I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, so far we unhooked these cables, and we got this guy now. This wire is here with a nut. I think it's a 13, I believe. So you remove that nut. Then this wire, it's zip tied or wrapped around the hot wire that connects to the battery. So you have to kind of split open the tape, and then as soon as I split open the tape, this wire just fell off. You can look at the tip of it, it was corroded. So most likely this wire is not going to be any good until like up to here to get some of the corrosion out of the way. So we might have to tap in a new set of wire for this case. So now I should be able to remove this front plate off here. Then we can move the battery back a little bit, and then we can start working on the back terminal to see if we can save it, which is a negative, the hookups over here. So hopefully we can save that one because that one does have a sensor on it, and then we can get this done. So yeah, let me remove that, pull the battery forward a little bit, and then we can get to it. Alrighty, so luckily for the customer, we unplugged the wire from the sensor, and as soon as I released that one, it did came out, and it still has movement, so we can still save this one. We just gotta clean it up very well, save it, and we should be able to reuse this wire. So that's a good thing. But unfortunately for this one, we don't have the same results. So we're gonna have to replace this wire. Let's see what we can do. That we can probably cut it over here somewhere, drill a hole on it, or just simply the new wire. Gotta put a new into it here, and the new terminal, and we should be able to work no issues. Alrighty, let me start cleaning up this area. Alright guys, so we got the battery out. So you can see that's there. We gotta make a new one, and right now I'm cleaning out the terminal. Best way to clean it is with baking soda. Put baking soda, and the acid will react to the baking soda. Then you let it sit for a minute, and then you just rinse it out, and it should pretty much clear itself out, and it should be good to go. So yeah, that's usually the best way to clean it. So I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I'm gonna start putting together a wire for the battery, and then we should be able to get it back to running. Be right back. Alright guys, so we have duplicated a red wire. It's basically was looking something like this. So this side is going to go to this terminal, and this is going to go to the battery, and then this wire I'm going to splice it into this one. I'm going to cut it down inside the cover, and we're going to splice it in there once I have the battery in place and everything in place. That's what I'm going to do. That way everything looks exactly as factory. With this new terminal, it's gonna go in there, and then there shouldn't be any issues after that. Should be able to start and go. And we already cleaned this one with baking soda, and that's how clean it came out. So yeah, now we just gotta waiting for the battery so we can put it in and start doing the final touches, and we should be back to driving. Alrighty guys, I'll keep you posted. Alright guys, so basically we got the new terminal, the wire hooked up. We splice the wire, put a new healthy one, we bolt it down. So now we just got to put this back on, click the wires, and assemble the whole thing back together, and then everything should be good to go. So I put that cover on, the clips, the thing, and then good to go. Alright guys, so there it is. It's good to go. All said and done. So the wire is good, the cable is good. And she's got no issues. Oh, okay. Yeah, set it up. Set it up real quick. Okay. Alright guys, so if I don't, share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.